It was supposed to be a peaceful night. The snow fell softly, blanketing everything in white. I had rented a cabin deep in the woods to escape the chaos of the city, and the solitude felt perfect. The fireplace crackled as I sipped hot chocolate, watching the snowflakes drift past the window. It was late, but I didn't feel tired. The kind of quiet that only snow brings filled the air, a muffled stillness that seemed to stretch forever. That's when I heard it. A faint crunch. I froze, my mug hovering mid-air. It wasn't the sound of snow sliding off the roof or a branch snapping. It was deliberate, like footsteps. Setting the mug down, I moved to the window and peered out. The forest was still, the snow pristine. I told myself it was just an animal and went back to the couch. But the sound came again, closer this time. My pulse quickened as I reached for the flashlight by the door. I hesitated before stepping outside, the cold biting my face instantly. The snow-covered ground reflected the pale moonlight, illuminating everything. That's when I saw them. Footprints leading from the edge of the woods to the cabin. They weren't mine. My breath fogged in the air as I stared at the prints. They were fresh, the edges crisp, but what struck me was their pattern. The strides were too long, too uneven, as if whoever or whatever made them wasn't walking normally. I followed the trail, my boots crunching through the snow. It circled the cabin once, then led back toward the woods. The trees loomed ahead, their branches heavy with snow. The footprints stopped abruptly at the tree line. There was no sign of anyone. No disturbed snow, no retreating tracks. It was as if the person had simply vanished. A sharp wind howled through the trees, sending a shiver down my spine. I backed away, my flashlight beam trembling as I scanned the shadows. Then I saw it. A figure stood just beyond the trees, barely visible in the darkness. Its shape was wrong. Too tall, too thin, with arms that hung unnaturally low. My breath hitched as its head tilted slowly, like it was studying me. I stumbled backward, dropping the flashlight. The beam flickered wildly before dying out, leaving me in near darkness. The crunch of footsteps started again, this time from all around me. I ran. Bursting back into the cabin, I slammed the door shut and locked it, my hands shaking uncontrollably. I pressed my back against the door, heart racing, as silence fell once more. I stayed there for what felt like hours, listening for any sound. Finally, I dared to peek out the window. The footprints were gone. The snow lay undisturbed, as if no one had ever been there. But as I turned away, something caught my eye. On the glass, written in the frost, was a single word. Soon. The fireplace flickered, and the lights went out.